So I graduated in 2006. I believe the program is now called Retailing and Consumer Science as opposed to Consumer Science and Merchandising, which is what it was called when I was there. And, I found it sort of by accident. I thought it was going to be a business major going into U of H. That was where my head was at, being that I had been in retail management for just a few years at that point. But then, sort of being in the retail landscape, I began to really enjoy what I was doing, and I was building great relationships with coworkers and networks with, gosh, just other individuals in the retail landscape. And so, to find a curriculum that directly related to what I was doing day in and day out, it really sparked my interest. And, to do things like apparel analysis and visual merchandising, like those were things that I was doing on a day in and day out basis. So I thought, wow, like let me run with this and see where it goes. So it was a great sort of experience to be able to apply what I was learning. And I feel like I got a lot out of it. And it's been beneficial in my, 20 plus years of retail management. Unfortunately not. I think my job search was a bit more grassroots, if you will, as I was already employed. I believe I was with Gap Inc. at the time. So I sort of just went with kind of running up the ladder, if you will, with Gap Inc. And I assumed many different levels of management with that organization. So that was a great sort of experience. And unfortunately, I didn't necessarily reach out to any. I think there was DECA sort of internships and partnerships, if you will. But I found my experience to be more sort of external in the landscape of retail. There's, apparel analysis classes, there's visual merchandising classes, like I mentioned. And, for a while I was a regional visual manager with a women's fashion company. So, concepts that I learned at U of H back, it's been some time, but back in 2005, 2006, like those concepts have stuck with me and I think have really sort of built a foundation of my retail sort of fundamentals, if you will. So I think they were directly related and it's something that has truly helped out. You know what it is? It's about the people. I think as I have been in retail for quite some time now, all of it really stems down to the relationships that you build with other individuals in any capacity. So I think as a store director, I'm responsible for about 120 individuals within my building, countless of millions of dollars of revenue. So, it's a pretty large scope, but I think ultimately my ability to influence others, my ability to create change and create inspiration is what has led to success. I'll sort of kind of frame this up in the retail lens, right? And I think, retail is one of those professions that a lot of individuals kind of land in by accident, right? Like you don't, graduate high school thinking I'm going to be a retail director or, I'm going to make retail a career. But I think ultimately, like staying true to what you're passionate about has, in my experience, been beneficial to me because I can go into, Target, I can go into just my profession and really love what I do every day. So staying true to what you love, I think, is important.